Hi, and welcome to Module 7. In this module, we cover Chapter 8, and we're going to delve into the essential theme of welcoming and supporting families. In early childhood education, creating a welcoming environment is not just a best practice, it's a necessity. A truly welcoming space nurtures family engagement and fosters a sense of belonging for everyone involved. And we certainly want our parents to feel welcome and involved. They are the expert on their child. We might be seen as the expert in how to educate them. And hopefully you feel like you're becoming that way, but they are the expert on their child. So we certainly need and we depend on and welcome their involvement. So throughout this chapter, we'll explore the profound impact of a welcoming atmosphere on families and on children. We're going to analyze the significance of making families feel valued and how this enhances their involvement in their children's education. You're going to learn practical strategies for creating inviting environments, from the very first greeting at the door to ongoing communication that respects each family's unique background. We will also discuss how programs can advocate for families, ensuring that they have access to vital community resources. And you're going to work on that with your key assessment steps in communication, well, several key assessment steps too, because this week you're working on communication strategies with parents and you've already worked on resources for helping families. So those all tie in. And as I already mentioned, that very first welcoming engagement, you're writing a welcome letter this week, or in this module. So it all comes into play here. So we're going to cover how to sorry, I lost my place on my notes. Like I said, we will discuss how programs can advocate for families and access to vital community resources, like I said. But we're especially going to focus on families with dual language learners and cover how to promote the use of home languages and integrate them into the learning experience, emphasizing the importance of cultural respect and appreciation, because we would never want to push somebody's culture out. So hopefully by the end of this chapter, you will feel equipped with the knowledge to build strong partnerships with families, contribute to a supportive learning community that empowers both the children and their families. And so let's take a look at this week's module. I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, so our welcome to Module 7. We've got here another kind of summary, like I just said, of the chapter, and then the objectives that are met, and it tells you what we'll do this week. What you need to read is Chapter 8 mainly, but you also should already be familiar with, but might want to review the Code of Ethics, the NAEYC Code of Ethics. And this is a PowerPoint on those, so that just puts it in a different view and perspective for you. That might be a way that you respond to better. NAEYC has an excerpt about addressing ethical issues I'd like for you to read and navigating the gray areas of ethics. So when it asks you to write about articles on your skeletal outline, you aren't having to read the code word for word again, but you'll want to touch on it in some way, and then you'll want to write about both of these. And we've got some videos for you to watch as I'm recording this. These two aren't ready yet, but they will be hopefully by the time you get here. So watch these videos and they will be referenced in a class discussion. Here's your skeletal outline. And then your discussion. You get to select one of the following. In Chapter 8 of your textbook, there's content that addresses creating a welcoming space. So you can go ahead and read these and figure out which ones you want to do. They each respond to different parts of the chapter and different videos that were on that other page. So remember, you just have to respond to one, but it does need to be 1 to 2 paragraphs long. Don't forget to make specific references within your post to the sources and cite them, and to include an artifact. And I'd like to see your artifact be more than just some kind of Google image with a catchy word. Sometimes the images are good because they might be like a whole infographic or something. And sometimes photographs are good because they might be of something from your classroom you want to share. But as far as just doing a Google search for a Google image, with a keyword from the chapter, I'd really like to try to stay away from that. All right, and another discussion this week about, and it doesn't follow the rules of a normal class discussion, but you're creating a fact sheet containing the following information about a chosen community agency or organization that you could provide to families. So you've been working on collecting those for your key assessment. You're going to share one of them this week with your classmates because maybe it'll be useful for their family too. So you're going to provide that information and then give feedback to each other as usual. And you've got a quiz. I want to go back and look at the module and see where we are in it. Yeah, there's your quiz. And then you've got your own video to go with this part of the key assessment. And then you're going to have another discussion about ethical dilemmas, and it is not open yet. And then sorry, I got confused for a second. I think I'm probably going to, well, yeah, I might move this to the next week. I don't think you need to be doing this quite yet. So if it's still there when you watch this video, I've decided to include it in this week. If not, I've moved it to the next week. But it's part of your key assessment, the community agencies and organizations, which you've already done. So that shouldn't take long. You should have already done that. Online resources that will support your family, at least 3 online resources and at least 3 articles. And that is not blog posts or I'm trying to think of the right word, I'm blanking, or non-accredited articles. Like they need to be research articles that are current. So you're going to want to use ERIC or EBSCO for this. Okay, so that is it for this module. Like I said, it might depend on the semester, whether or not you see that last one within this module, or it might be in the next one. So make sure you look and see. As always, reach out to me with any questions. That's literally what I'm here for. I hope you enjoy fall break and get some rest from it, and I will see you soon.